welcome back to my channel. This is FUJOSHI-san back at it again with another yaoi review. So the yaoi we'll be talking about today is not actually a yaoi, it's a shonen A, and it's not a manga, it's a manhwa, meaning it is from Korea. The manhwa I'll be talking about today is Never Understand. It is also known as Out of Control. So the story is set in a high school, and we are introduced to the main characters, which are, in one hand we have Yuri, and the other hand we have Cherim. So on the Yuri side, we have a guy who is the definition of perfection. I mean, he is hot, he is cute, he is beautiful, he is fantastic, he is intelligent, he is handsome, he is smart. He's like, I'm out of word to describe how perfect the kid is. But like once you dig a little deeper, and like as the manhwa goes on and we go through the chapters, we discover that this character is actually very complex and goes deeper than what we first saw. He's complex in a way that he have been through some stuff and ultimately decided to shut himself from the word. He doesn't express his feelings well and doesn't he kind of sort of tried to dehumanize himself in order to to put out the more perfect version of himself. He really doesn't want other people to see him for who he really is, and to to see inside him, and to be able to see how much things he have been through and how much he is suffering and how much he really is a broken person, deep down, under all this perfection and blah 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 and things like those illusion that he puts out there. He is really someone who actually is suffering and suffocating inside and just trying to release some of the burden that are on his shoulder. And on the other hand, we have my baby small, my child, my kid, my son, my fetus, my irreplaceable little Cherim. So Cherim is the total opposite of Yuri. He's literally a walking flaw. Cherim is actually the polar opposite of Yuri. He is full of flaws. He is weak. And when I say weak, I'm not talking weak, but he's physically, if you the design of his character, even in that, you can he is very pale looking and very thin and things like that. But and he as there's a running joke in the manhwa, he's ugly and things like that. But when I see him, of course, he doesn't look like a typical uke or yaoi character, which apparently need to be flawless and beautiful and at least cute. But he's just he's doing his thing and he's being fantastic and he's compassionate, even though his physical features are not the best. He compensated with his with such a great and attitude and such a great personality and such a beautiful heart and he is just really the embodiment of humanity. He's just compassionate and tender and gentle, and he is tough-minded. I love him so much. He's he might not be physically strong, but in his mind he's Rocky. He stand up against things that he thinks are wrong, and he speaks for people that might not be able to speak for themselves. There's so many things to be said about this character. It's such a great character, and I love how the author develop the character through the chapters, and through we get to see his evolution from chapter 1 to the last chapter. As you can imagine, the combination between the two characters is it's a Molotov cocktail, because we have this character who's the embodiment of perfection, and this character that is the embodiment of flaw. He's full of flaw. The main couple relationship is kind of adventure and a self-discovery, cruise, in a way that they're polar opposite that are attracted to each other because they see in each other something that they've been looking for and they've been missing, and they want to understand what is that, what is this feeling that they've never felt but they feel right now. Why is it this person the one that make me feel the way I'm feeling? Why oh, the big question really is why this, why that, why this is happening, why this person, why now? And they're really trying to figure out things along the way of their school life and all the drama that is going on and all the things. And I found that very touching in a way, because aren't we all really searching who we are and try to self-discover? And that's just so like well written and well portrayed, and I just enjoy it very very much. Because in one hand, Yuri discovers that falling in love with someone, and letting that person into your heart doesn't always have to end badly or things like that. And he discovers that you can, of course, like, some wrong things can happen along the way and on the way to happiness, but ultimately you can and you have the right to want to be happy. And on the other hand, Jerim understands that you cannot help everyone the same way. There is ways to help this person and ways to help that person, but like, there is not a universal way to help someone. If you want to help someone, you can help someone by being there, by showing them you love them, you support them, you will be there for them, and giving them a shoulder to lean on. They both learned something, and that's because they've met each other, and that's ultimately why they felt in love with each other and they love each other at the end of the day. But aside from the main couple and the main characters, there are also secondary characters that are just phenomenal. That are out of this world. They are fantastic. They're just they're really like the backbone of the story, because you can relate to some of them. You wish you were best friend with some of them. You wish you'd never cross path with some of them, and like etc etc. Like, there's a lot of things going on. If you're not focused on the main couple, you will find your joy and happiness and elsewhere in this manhwa. Like, there is such a variety of like characters and personalities and stories and things like that, and just phenomenal. I almost cursed, my god. It was just freaking amazing. Something that I would like to point also is that the overall vibe slash ambiance slash atmosphere of the manhwa, being that even though if it touches very heavy subject, like I said, it could be like jealousy, bullying, violence, heartbreak, family stuff, manipulating people, very deep profound emotional scars. It's still, through all the chapters, the vibe of the manhwa is like very jolly and very like light. And of course sometimes you can feel when it gets a little darker, a little more sensitive and things like that. But like, overall, you don't like, when you read it, when you like, as a reader, you're not overwhelmed. You're like, there is just like the very good amount of every feeling. You get like a palette of feeling, like it's like you are living this experiences and things like that. And that's one of the things that I really do enjoy about this manhwa. I want to say so much about this manhwa, but like, I can't say much because I don't want to spoil people. Like, I want you to go check it out. And here we have it. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the review, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below if you what do you want me to review next, and what do you think about the manhwa if you know it. Until next time, bye.